Hello there, my name is Arctic Fox and welcome back to my coverage of Epic Mickey Rebrushed. Now, it has been quite a while since I've made a video on this, but we have got a whole 8 minutes of gameplay footage to go through this video. I know, it's a lot and I'm extremely hyped. So, before we start, I'm just going to say thank you so much for the support on all the other videos, and I'm just going to say it again, if you feel like it, please do subscribe. It really helps out the channel and it means a lot to me. Anyway, let's get right into this gameplay footage. Okay, so, little bit of backstory here if you don't already know what's happened. So, the organisation known as GameSpot got invited back in April to go out and try out some of Epic Mickey's brand new gameplay. This is insane, and especially considering this is on the Nintendo Switch and it's running this well, it's really cool to see this. Now, GameSpot is an organisation on YouTube. They've been there for a while. They review trailers, they do gameplay videos, they do stuff like that. It's kind of just a gaming organisation. And it's really cool that they actually got to see this, but we've got 8 minutes of footage out of this, and it's the Asia boat ride section and the part of the first projector, so let's get right into that part. Before I start reviewing this gameplay footage, the one thing that I was slightly worried about with this game was how it would run on like platforms like the Nintendo Switch and the lower kind of platforms. And you know what? It's performing a lot better than I'm seeing. I'm pretty sure this is 60 FPS here, and this is on the Nintendo Switch while it's recording. It's insane to me how they've got this so optimized to the point where it can actually run. And also, I'm going to mention this again, the camera seems actually working. They did it! They did it! They made a good camera! I'm proud. I'm extremely proud of Purple Amp. Okay, so I've made a little bit of a list of the new things that I've found in this gameplay footage. Now, obviously a lot of this is not finalized and I'm very aware of that, but here are a couple of the things that I've noticed. First of all, there are a lot of brand new models and brand new kind of looking things. So, for example, the chest looks a lot more new and a lot more fluid. I'm not really liking this chest model, you know, I kind of prefer the one from Epic Mickey 2, but that's just my opinion. There is a brand new gremlin animation. Now, this is really cool. It looks really bubbly to me, and there's a lot more particles and things like that, just like visual effects that I'm seeing in this trailer, and it looks a lot newer. There's a lot more fluid animations for Mickey moving and just like doing attacks and jumping around, and you can really notice these new kind of movement styles, especially the kind of dash attack that we saw in the test runs, and it's actually looking really good. Now, another thing I noticed is, sadly, there are no voice lines for characters, but there are new grunts for them, so they're not just sticking with the old sound effects. So all the kind of characters that would have been talking in the game like Epic Mickey 2 are not talking now, which is slightly sad, but we were gonna kind of expect that anyway. There's also brand new highlighting for things like painted or thinned items and kind of attackable items, so it kind of looks a bit like oil to me from further away, and I'm not sure if I'm liking this. It kind of looks difficult to notice, but it's still a welcome change, and the graphics, again, insane. It looks insane to me. And to me, there's a lot more guidance on how to complete this section. It looks a lot easier to follow instead of getting stuck on the Asia boat ride section for about half an hour at the start of the game. This game is already looking insane, and it's great to see what Purple Amp have been doing and seeing how they've improved on the original game concept. Okay, so in this gameplay footage, we also got some footage of the first projector level you go into, which is Steamboat Willie. Now, interestingly, they do cut out the bit where you're actually meant to go into the projector. As you see here, they just crossfade. Now, the one thing that I will say about this projector level is it seems extremely unfinished. This seems like one of those things where it was very early in development, and that's why it's kind of not been shown off as much. So there are less things to talk about here, but I have noticed a couple interesting things, and I have got a couple nitpicky things as well. Okay, so the first thing I've kind of noticed here, and I noticed this in the last section as well, is there's a brand new death effect. So now when you kind of lose a life, it kind of makes your screen go grayscale. It's actually really interesting, and I think it looks really good. It also kind of shakes your screen a little bit, and I think this just kind of warns the player as well, instead of making Mickey just make a noise. Another thing I noticed is right now there is Dark Beauty Castle music playing in this projector instead of the Steamboat Willie music. I'm pretty sure this is just because it's in early development, and there's a couple other things that I've noticed that are clearly just because this is in early development, but that's something I thought I'd point out. Another thing that I noticed is there's a bunch of new sound effects as well, so things like picking up items, which again I've noted in the last section, and things like kind of the ground pound effect as well. They all have brand new sound effects. The UI also looks slightly different in this area. It's kind of removed the background and it's just the hearts. To me, I'm just saying that I'm putting this up to this is because the area is in early development and it's not finished, but it might just be something because they're in a projector. Another thing I've noticed is the clouds that are spewed out by the kind of horn thing here, not horn, sorry, like tube kind of thing here, they kind of look minimalistic or then just not finished. And another thing I noticed here is the film reels. They have a brand new collect sound effect, and they also have a brand new collect kind of animation that pops up on the bottom. We also got the ground pound showed off here. This is very cool. I'm really liking this, and it seems like a brand new way to either attack enemies or just to kind of get a boost on Mickey's momentum. We also get to see the brand new projector run-up sequence here. And that is most of what I've got on this kind of Steamboat Willie section. So, with all that being said, here are my final thoughts of this game so far. A lot of these things are clearly in development still, and a lot of them are definitely not finalized or even being close to being done. But it is still looking like an amazing game so far. It's running really well on platforms like the Nintendo Switch, and things like graphics, movement, the camera, and even the NPC system are looking amazing. And obviously, I still cannot wait to see where this game goes. It's going to be amazing, and I'm really excited to see when Purple Lamp actually get this out. But, unfortunately, that is all I have time for in this episode. And that right there is all we have time for today, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for all of you who have decided to stick around and watch this series. It means the world to me, and if you have decided to subscribe, thank you so much. It helps the channel out so much, and it means a lot to me. So, I will probably be making a couple more videos on this. I'm really excited to see where Epic Mickey goes, and we've also just got a brand new gameplay trailer from the THQ Nordic kind of display that happened yesterday, so I will be making a video on that extremely soon, and I'll probably be making a reaction video to it as well. I just want to say thank you so much for watching again, and have a great day. Goodbye!